Hello and welcome back to more Let's Play Jak Daxter 2! I am the Max of Few Trades. In the last part, we continued our never-ending quest to make the Baron feel like a complete and total nitwit, and it was pretty grand. I had a lot of trouble now and then, which is a bit of an understatement. I got stuck on a lot of missions, and a lot of them took a very, very, very long time for me to actually be able to finish. Now, I know at the end of last video, I said we were going to be finishing up this game, in this recording session at least. And, well, I have determined that that is very unlikely, because at best I could probably beat the rest of this game in about 6 hours, and that's being optimistic. And as much as I would love to be able to do so, I cannot record for a solid 6 hours. My voice would be destroyed. So, we're just gonna keep on doing what we're doing, stay the course, have a good time, and just keep on doing some more missions. Hopefully, we're able to do a little bit better this time around. It's a theory. It's possible. It's certainly not it's certainly not an unfeasible thing to consider, but it's still unlikely. I've actually did a whole. I'm terribly sorry. I've gotten very tongue-tied as of late. I did my practice run, and I kept rolling through that. And I did all of the missions up to the end of the game just to see exactly what I was going up against so I could remember everything that happened, and so I could actually maybe do things a little bit more effectively than I have been doing priorly. And it's possible, because I do now know all of the things I'm going to have to do for the rest of the game. It's been a long time since I've actually beaten this game entirely, so the practice run was very much definitely needed. If a game can't be completely blind, then it should be completely, I don't know, the opposite of blind, completely seen through my mind's eye, I suppose. So, while I'm not going to be setting the world on fire with any of my amazing pro strats, it's still, I should do at least slightly better than normal. So, let's continue our epic quest. Heyo!
The Birdbrain and I were just talking about you, Jak. Onan is very proud of what you did.
What I did? What you did, what you do, it's all the same.
Will you stop with the deja voodoo stuff? It's creepy!
Onan says you must find the Tomb of Mar.
Even now, Baron Praxis seeks the tomb, but only the one true heir of Mar can open the tomb's seal.
We believe the kid is the key.
The prophecies say that the true heir of Mar must face the ancient oracle. He alone must circumvent the cunning tests of man. He alone must wield the precursor stone, thereby unleashing the... Jeez Louise, fossil lady! Stop with this snooty mythic talk already, huh? You know that it hurts my lips.
Why is Mar's tomb so important?
The fabled precursor stone is rumored to sleep within the tomb, stupid! I added the stupid part. The precursor stone contains vast eco-energies. It can be used for great good, or great evil. I just love saying that last part.
The Baron wants the precursor stone for himself to rule the world. But
naturally.
He is playing with forces he does not understand.
Okay, Pecker. So how do I get this precursor stone?
First, you must go to the dig and find the Lurker Totem. Onan and I have learned that a piece to the Seal of Mar is contained within its ancient carvings. You must find all 3 pieces of the seal to open Mar's gate into the canyon.
Luckily for us, we already have one of those due to the horrors that shall not be remembered at the docks. And the third one is actually, I guess, within Onan's possession, I guess. It's kind of hard to really understand, but point is, we've got to find the second half before we can worry about the third half. Wait, that doesn't make any sense. That would be 3 halves. The second chunk before we can get to the third chunk, so we can combine them together into one huge, complete chunk. Alright, not entirely sure how I got into trouble with the law there. I didn't actually hit anybody important. I might have crashed into a civilian or two, but I don't remember crashing into any of the guards. And that's the only thing they seem to care about, so come on already, guys. Get out of here. Oh, hi, how's it going? Alright, well, I wonder if it's at all possible for me to commandeer some sort of vehicle. Because, boy, sure would that be convenient. Yes, hello, can I please borrow your car? And by borrow, I mean keep forever. And by keep forever, I mean use until I reach where I need to go and then smash it into a wall as hard as I possibly can, causing it to explode. At the very least, your insurance should pay for the damages, assuming you have insurance. And double assuming that insurance is a concept within the Jak and Daxter universe. It's hard to tell. So, I don't know. I probably just completely ruined your day. And probably your a few months, too, because a lot of I mean, really, I don't know this backstory of the person who owned this car. It's all too possible that this was all they could ever afford, and they might not have any sort of vehicle to use anymore from this point onward, and it could cause them to lose their job, and a bunch of other horrible things could theoretically happen. So you know what? I'm just gonna. All right, it may have fell off the thing. It may have fell off, but it didn't explode. So I'm just gonna leave it there. I'm sure somebody will eventually find it and, I don't know, put it into the lost and found or something. Then again, this city is pretty skeezy, so I don't know, it's probably just gonna get restolen. I don't have the answers to everything, people. I'm just giving it my best here, okay? Alright. So, back to the Eternal Dig Site. Or the Infernal, the Eternally Infernal, whatever you want to call it. Point is, I don't much care for being here, but I don't get much a choice. So, onwards and upwards. Or I suppose downwards, as the elevator is going to take us. At the very least, we don't have to use the hoverboard. I mean, that's always good, because I am terrible on that thing, like nobody's business. Like, seriously, you should have a license in order to operate that thing, and I clearly do not have one. So, alright, let's see. Is this the portion with all of the weird buttons I gotta find? I don't think it is, but it could be. Alright, let's just take care of the metalheads preemptively. There we go. Let's just not let that be a thing that happens to us. Let's see. What sort of chaos and mayhem will we get ourselves into this fine day? Alright, well, obviously we've got to just take out as many enemies as we possibly can. Helps sort of navigate this hellscape a little bit easier when enemies aren't trying to constantly, you know, murder you. Either way, I saw some fools down here. I know I did. And if you try to say that you didn't, then you're blind and a liar, which is a terrible combination. Alright. Hello, good sir. May I interest you in plasma, or eco, as the case may be. Either way, I'm going to be shooting a whole lot of flaming hot something straight into your head, and it's not going to be a pleasant experience. So, regardless of the semantics or the technical mumbo-jumbo of the situation, it's definitely not going to be good for you. Either way. Yes, I do have to find and hit all of the assorted buttons. Alright, some easier to find than others. I just might be able to figure this one out. I remember spending a long time trying to find just one button that I somehow at one point missed. So let's try and avoid that entirely. By smashing all 5 buttons, we slowly but surely raise a pillar out from under the ground. And I saw a precursor orb off in the distance, so I'm going to try and pick that thing up. Anyway, we'll get the pillar to go up, and by doing that, we will, in theory, be able to reach the location that we need to get to. It shall be a grand time. We just gotta wait for the spinning log of awfulness. I'm not entirely sure who designed this dig site, but it seems like they went like above and beyond, making it the single most convoluted thing to navigate ever. And you gotta keep in consideration that Jak is like a super eco-powered freak of unholy nature, and he can still somehow manage to, I mean, he can only just barely get around this place. How anybody else is ever expected to actually successfully navigate and mine anything out of this place, I have no idea. I mean, the fact that there's anything here at all implies that there is something here that people want. And I don't know how they're going to get it if everyone that goes in there dies. I realize the Baron Praxis is far from the most just and caring of individuals, but I feel like he would probably try to do anything to avoid losing more money than he could possibly, you know, use. Like, seriously. I was like, well, I do hate my miners and don't care about their well-being, but at the same time, if they all die, I'm never going to get the thing that I need in order to successfully, you know, keep being evil and whatnot. So it makes sense. I'm just saying, man. I don't understand. You might want to get a few contractors down here to make a few more structurally sound bridges, because I'm going to tell you right now, you don't got any right at this moment in time. Anyway, I'm not entirely sure if I could just sort of... there we go, and everything falls apart. Haha! Button push. Alright, that's 3 out of the 5. So hopefully we'll be able to find the other one of them without too much trouble, because I can only off the top of my head remember the location of one. Granted, it was the single most difficult one for me to find, so, I mean, that in of itself bodes well for me, but who's to say? Let's see, okay, keep it going. Look over there, look over here. Oh, climb all the way up here because there is another precursor orb just kind of hanging out here for us. Here we go. I'm not going to be able to get enough of the precursor orbs to actually successfully get any of the super useful cheats. In fact, I'm pretty sure the last one will be able to actually obtain is big head mode, which I do not, in fact, plan on using, because that noise is creepy as all get out. It even affects the character. It even affects Jak in cutscenes, so he's just got like this bobblehead vision. It's a pretty terrifying mess. I don't really feel like dealing with. So, all right. I guess what I'll do is just simply go towards the one that I know that gave me so much trouble before, and hopefully, if we're lucky, we'll be able to discover the other one that we need to find. It's certainly possible. Not sure why this log has to be spiked. The fact that it's spinning is one thing. The fact that it's also spiked is just slightly overkill. I can't say that I care for this mess. All right. Okay, actually, upon pondering with my brainscape just a little bit, I may have just remembered where both buttons lay, and that would just be the handiest of all dandies. So let's just grab anything. Okay, you're just gonna give me Dark Eco. Ain't that just a big old pile of stupid? All right, so there should actually be ground down here. Haha! There we go. Certainly glad I didn't misjudge the distance of that jump. That could have ended terribly for me. Okay, anybody else want to just pop up out of nowhere? Okay, for some reason, I just never registered that this was a room that I could go into. I don't know why, because it's pretty clearly obvious as day, but there you go, I guess. Okay, and apparently I'm also blind to the ways of evil scorpion metalhead creatures. That's great. Either way, that's the pain in the butt one out of the way. The other one should be just on the way back up to where we were. So we should actually have not only, managed to get all of the buttons, but we also managed to get them in a timely manner, and in fact probably in the correct order that was expected. Of course, that is assuming I was right about the location of the one that I'm about to go to. Because I feel like I probably should have already passed it by now. Beginning to look like I might have been wrong. Oh dear, that is problematic. Okay, so I jinxed myself something fierce. That is a thing that happened. All right, I'm just gonna do this! Haha! More precursor orbs! I don't know what's over here, but I grabbed the thing. It's mine now. Okay. All right, in my defense, I could have sworn that was a platform I could stand on. I was incorrect, as it turns out. All right, and the metalheads will, of course, return with an unholy vengeance. Ain't that... Oh, okay, that was lava again. Yes, all right. So, as I've managed to ascertain, I believe I can very decisively say to all of you out there that lava equals hot, and one should probably not stand on it. Okay. Completely ignoring the fact that you're not supposed to be near this close to active magma, otherwise you just kind of get all of the air in your lungs sucked out and full of smoke. Ugh, I ain't talking about the Mortal Kombat guy, because how would he even fit inside your lungs? Well, I guess it could actually just turn into smoke and then go into your lungs and then, like, burst out, causing you to explode into a shower of disgusting giblet things. I mean, that's certainly a thing that sounds like a Mortal Kombat would do, but it's besides the point, neither here nor there. Okay, so all we need to do is use our brainy spots, and we might be able to think up a solution here. Okay, so I'm relatively positive that I already went this way. Oh, hey-oh, more gems. Wow, all right. All right, so I thought I was here, but the presence of more skull gems indicates to me that I have not, because if there was no button, if I was already here, then the skull gems wouldn't be showing up. Wait, and no, those definitely have already been killed, so I guess I just missed one of the metalheads prior, yeah. I should have guessed as much with how unbelievably similar this looked to a place I was already at. Alright, so we went up there for the precursor orb, and that was all fine and dandy, like some kind of candy. Oh boy, and more guys jumping out of the woodwork, with the sand work, the dirt work, whatever this stuff is, I don't know, magma works. Magma work sounds absolutely terrifying. Either way, okay, so I'm back at the very beginning, yet again. Okay. Come on, brain. Rack yourself up together, and let's think about this. Oh, derp! Okay, hang on, guys. I think I've already figured out the solution. Yes. In fact, I'm 100% positive about it, and there's good news and bad news. The good news is that I figured it out, and it's not hard to get to. The bad news is it's really easy to get to, and the fact that I forgot it all is really silly, and it does not reflect upon me as a person very well. Oh, well, okay. Anyway, oh boy, okay, let's not fall off into the magma again. Oh boy, no, please don't. All right, that's good, that's fine. You know what? I'm not dead. Whoop, hello, mate. Now what? Don't mind me. I'm just gonna ballyhoo my way over to the Skizzle-Doo and grab myself a Banooda-Doodle. And I'm pretty sure I don't know. I think I might have accused a president of stealing a kangaroo in Australia. An Australianese. Speaking Australia. Either way. See, the thing about the Australians, and this is something that's very important, is that they have the coolest accent out of everybody in all of known history. That is without question. If I could have an accent, I would ask for an Australian one, because those are the coolest. So when I do incredibly rude things like that, it's not out of scorn or ridicule, it's out of nothing but more— oh, that is the wrong button! Nothing more than admiration for their awesome sounding voices. Anyway, by the way, second place goes to the, a Cockney accent. Alright, well, at the very least, I might as well make use of this! Here we go, and I think I killed a grand total of 1 thing with that. Oh, nope, I got 2, alright. Maybe even 3. Alright, that's fine by me. Good enough. Alright, so, if I'm correct, I should be able to find the last button right where we're supposed to go in the first place. It's possible! I know I said I was completely certain, but by that I meant I was only mostly certain, which is to say I could still be totally wrong. But I haven't been over in this general area, so, I mean, that would imply that there's at least something good over here for me to go get. Okay, so it's another precursor orb, so that might not be exactly what we're looking for, but it's a good thing that we found. And also we've got that guy over there causing some chaos. Okay, so I've definitely do not know where the last button is. That is a problem. Okay. I doubt it, but not tall enough. Not able to jump high enough for that to work. Okay, this is a problem. A very mightily large problem that I deeply wish I could just solve outright, but it seems to not be the case. Okay. All that practice, and what did it amount to? It turns out, it's astonishingly little. Okay then, fine. If that's the way things gotta be. Okay, it was like I seriously can't make that jump. I'm pretty sure I can. I jumped onto a ledge that looked exactly like it! Okay, alright. I'm seeing skull gems, so that could lead to good things. Theoretically. Yep, out of the way, nerd. Because in a place where we have not been, there should be a button somewhere deep down within the murky depths. Perhaps. Around here, maybe? No? Okay, jump. Alright, so this is happening fine. I hate doing this, but cut. Unless, actually, hang on. Could it have been right under my schnoz the entire time? No, I already did this one. Bummer! Alright, then fine, cut. Oh, here it is. Okay. Alright, whatever. You know what? I don't even care. I found it. That's all that matters. We're just gonna let that slide off our backs and we'll move right along. My goodness. Either way, can't help but notice that that last one made the pillar go up significantly more than any of the other ones. It's really kind of annoying that it would do that. I guess because had it made the other ones equally raise the pillar just as much as anything else, it probably would have eventually, like, you would have only had to have activated only 4 of the buttons to technically be able to make it. So they made sure that the last one that you hit is always the most important one in order to prevent sequence breaking or something of that effect. Very well, game, very well. Now, if we could just very casually, wrong button yet again. Awesome possum. Okay, you know what? If you want to just be crazy person, go ahead and be a crazy person, Jak. I'm definitely not going to stop you. As long as turning into Dark Jak doesn't involve, you know, letting go of the spinning bar that you're on. I just feel like I should probably mention that the spinning thing you're doing right now, entirely unnecessary. Okay, that takes care of roughly all of the people there. Good. Means I don't gotta do anything extra. I can just hop up here. There we go, and we can move on to the next part of this dungeon area, which is significantly more annoying, but that's neither here nor there. All right, hello, good sirs. May I interest you in death? Thank you. All right, first things first. I don't know if you have to use the hoverboard for this brief section, but I'm doing it anyway. Okay. Sure wonder why I'm not getting any ammo for my blaster. That's my preferred gun mod out of all of them. It's the most reliable, at least. Perhaps not the most damage-inducing, perhaps not the greatest rate of fire, but regardless, ultimately, it is for the best. Oh, right, I remember this. I'm not entirely sure what the deal with this thing is, but we might be able to figure it out. Okay. Oh, what the? I'm very much positive I let go. Did I somehow let go, but also, like, launch myself back onto the rope? Alright, sure, fine. Okay. No, don't! Bad Jak. Stop re-jumping onto it. Oh my goodness. If only you were able to do that on this one. Alright, so I guess it's all a matter of timing. You have to, like, press the jump button so you launch yourself off at just the right moment, so you get more, I guess, momentum forward rather than up. So rather than at the peak of the jump, somewhere around the half, otherwise you're just gonna end up falling in the lava! Oh, whoa! I did it! Okay, alright. Not gonna say that took me an embarrassingly long time in order to figure out. For some reason, no matter what I did, I always ended up just landing in the lava. Hey, blaster ammo! It's a Christmas miracle. Or an April miracle, as the case may be. Alright. So, everything's looking a-okay. Shouldn't be any more things I have to, like, scour the lands in order to find. I should be able to just move right along. Everything will work out just fine. Of course, there is going to be a guy up there. He's gonna start throwing some evil eco balls. I'm guessing he uses dark eco. I'm not entirely sure. Metalheads, what are they even? Either way. Also, he is not dying. That is very frustrating. I would prefer if you stopped being a thing that was alive. Okay, hi, how's it going? Whoa, okay, giant metal ball. That's something that just happened. All right, I forgot about these. I don't know what they are meant for. I don't know why these are here. Aha. Okay, well, that just happened. Great. Okay, doesn't matter. Barely did any damage. And just like that, boom, it's done. I don't know why those are even there. They're not even that good of an obstacle. Yeah, they hit me, but that's barely any damage. Either way, we have reached our objective.
I'm on it. Wait a minute. I think this time you should go get the thing. Looks dodgy up there. Don't hurt yourself, Jak. It's a curse, isn't it?
You are destined to only endure humiliation, Daxter. That's your purpose in life. Your comedic relief. Anybody got anything to say to me on the one-way telecommunicator? Telecommunicator is what I'm gonna call it, I guess. No? Nothing? All right. Well, luckily for me, I actually spent the time to look around and I didn't go all the way back to the beginning. Oh, no, we're just gonna jump through this thing here. Sure wish I could have jumped through there initially, but sigh, I suppose. Anybody around? No? All right, then. I guess that's that. And you want me to bring it over to the huts? No, you want me to go over to Torn, apparently. Or just the rebel base in general. It could be someone else there. Samos likes to just kind of show up in places sometimes. Either way. Whoa, Nelly. Okay. Out of the way, nerd. My hoverboarding skills are second to everything, but that's besides the point. Okay. It's fine. Okay. I really probably should grab a car. That's a Hellcat. Crapola. Alright, great. Now I'm in a slow-moving, impossible to steer, incredibly fragile piece of junk. Great. And the guards are after me. And the fact that this thing is so giantly massive does not make it any easier to drive. It's constantly snagging on top of every other vehicle. Ugh. It's obstacle in my way. Yeah, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna walk it. I'm gonna walk it. It's faster than having to deal with that thing. There, thank you. Now this is actually a vehicle. Sure, I'll crash into some stuff, but nowhere near as much as I would if I was in that thing. I guess I realize it's built for, like, combat more than anything else, but still, it's stupid. I don't like it, and I don't want to drive it, so get it out of my face. So, if I am correct in my assumption, this might be one of the more, I suppose you might be able to call it annoying missions, but it's also possible that it won't be, and that would be good, so time shall tell! Huzzah! Also, how has nobody ever found this freaking hiding place? It's so obvious. Okay. Alright, so if it's Samos, then problem. Nope, it's torn. Then we should be fine.